Thank you.
Could I turn to the National Health and Medical Research Council, please? Thank you for appearing. Good evening.
Right.
In 2025, National Health and Medical Research Council funded the Vaccine Adjuvant Discovery and Development Centre of Research Excellence, CRE, with $5 million, part of a $72 million CRE package, led by Professor Catherine Andrews at Griffith University. This grant focuses on discovering new adjuvants to enhance vaccine efficacy and safety and related purposes. First question, why do we need new adjuvants? What's wrong with the existing adjuvants?
Hi, Steve Westling from the Nhmrc. I'm the Chief Executive Officer. We assess grants through a peer review process, and that process we utilise experts from around Australia to assess all of the grants that come to us, whether it's for a Centre of Research Excellence or an investigator grant or an ideas grant. The way that CRE would have been assessed would have been through that peer review process. Through that peer review process, they would have been elevated to the top of that scheme and would have been funded on the basis of their peers, indicating that this was high quality research that was likely to have a significant impact on health in Australia. We would take that on board, and therefore, if they were ranked accordingly, we would fund them.
So you don't know the reasons why the peers elevated it to number one?
Well, I would have to go back and look at all of the assessments by those peers, and obviously I don't have that directly in front of me at the moment.
Could you do that on notice, please?
We could, absolutely.
We'd like to know why that research was approved for new, and why do we need new adjuvants, and what's wrong with the existing adjuvants?
Very happy to look back at the peer review, but what I can guarantee you is that they would have been regarded as excellent research, likely to produce significant impact.
I'd like to know what they are.
Sure.
Thank you. Adjuvants and vaccines are there to enhance the body's immune response to the antigen. Common adjuvants include aluminium hydroxide, aluminium phosphate, amorphous aluminium hydroxyphosphate sulfate, and potassium aluminium sulfate. These have been widely linked to neurological conditions spontaneously occurring after vaccination. Is this program an admission that there might be a level of truth to the link between aluminium and vaccines and autism? I guess you wouldn't know because you don't know that. So
you're asking us, the fact that we funded the CRE, is that an admission? So we would have again funded the CRE on the basis of the scores that the CRE obtained. Those scores would indicate the quality of the science and the likelihood of obtaining high quality evidence to improve health of Australians.
Right, and you're going to find the reason anyway. So perhaps you could check if there is any aspect of truth to the link between aluminium and vaccines and autism as part of the reasons for developing a new adjuvant.
We can certainly look at the arguments that the CRE made and the peer review of that CRE. Yes.
Thank you. If research is successful and you find an effective adjuvant that is not neurotoxic, who will own the intellectual property? The taxpayers just funded.
So the way our granting system works is that the intellectual property developed by the people who get the grants from us, which are normally medical research institutes or universities or members of those organisations, own the intellectual property, and so the intellectual property would be assigned according to a university's intellectual property rules or a medical research institute's rules, and I'm not sure with that CRE where they were.
Okay, thank you. A $5 million Synergy grant was awarded in 2024 to a multi-institutional team, including Monash University, to optimise vaccines for respiratory viruses like influenza and RSV. This includes evaluating safety profiles to improve protection while minimising risks. If that develops new technology which achieves that objective, who will own that IP?
Again, the IP would be organised according to the rules developed by the organisations as a part of that Synergy grant. Synergy grants tend to have a number of organisations from around Australia, so I imagine there are multiple universities and MRIs involved in that Synergy grant, and they will have developed a IP policy, and the IP will be owned according to that policy.
But not by the Australian
Not by any Nhmrc or by the government, no.
We're very concerned about the level of spending in this government. Professor Bet Lui, National Centre for Immunisation Research and Surveillance, received a $2.79 million investigator grant in 2024 to study adult vaccination programs. This explicitly includes assessing vaccine safety, identifying risks in high-risk groups, and informing safer program designs. What was the outcome of that grant?
again, if I knew the outcomes of all of the grants that I fund, we fund $1 billion worth of grants every year, I think I'd be pretty good. So I can't tell you the outcome of that grant, but we can take that on notice.
But you still think you're pretty good?
Do I think I'm personally pretty good or the NHMRC is very good?
Both. Okay,
Yes.
thank you very much.